Two companies with Northwest Arkansas connections are reporting second quarter financial results this week. Electric vehicle maker Canoo reported on Monday, and retail giant Walmart is set to report early Thursday morning. Arkansas Business is tracking public company financials. Editor Lance Turner joins us now with a look at how both companies are performing. Lance, let's start with Walmart, which had a good first quarter and might have done well in the second quarter as well.
Yeah, Walmart's financial results are really often treated like a key economic indicator because they tell us a lot about how Americans are spending. And lately, it's told us a lot about how Americans are reacting to higher prices and inflation. So in the first quarter, amid high inflation, Walmart was able to report a near 8% increase in sales. And it was able to do that in part because of its massive grocery business. So while consumers were having to avoid discretionary items that were really expensive, things like electronics and home furniture, they continued to shop at Walmart to buy necessities like food, and that bolstered Walmart's first quarter performance. And so Walmart did so well last quarter, in fact, that it beat analysts' expectations and it raised its own expectations for how it would perform for the rest of the year.
All right, now on to another company we talked about last week, Canoo. The EV maker has endured a long and winding road in getting started, but executives signaled yesterday that they are turning the corner.
That's right. Yeah, we talked a lot last week about how they reached that $1.5 million settlement with the Securities and Exchange Commission over revenue projections made by previous executives. Well, yesterday, CEO Tony Aquila said the company was relieved to have finally resolved that case and that it would free up the company to really concentrate on getting its manufacturing operations up and running. It announced that it had qualified for $113 million in incentives in Oklahoma to get its two factories up and running there, where it will employ more than 1,300 workers, and eventually they hope be able to make about 20,000 vehicles per year, hopefully starting by the end of this year. The company now has yet to make a profit. It actually reported a $70 million quarterly loss yesterday, but Aquila says it's getting closer to generating revenue. Its strategy is simple. They say they only make vehicles they have already sold. And so while the company already has contracts with Walmart, the Department of Defense, and NASA, it really needs to just turn now to be able to fulfill those orders and get that revenue coming in.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with Canoo in the future. Lance, thank you so much for joining us. You can read more about this on arkansasbusiness.com.